One of the first things I always do is I always like to meet up with the couple before the wedding. Now, usually I like to do this face to face if I can, but if you're coming from abroad or you don't have the time, then a Zoom call can work equally well. But the main point of that is just to get a feeling for the day, see if there's any key shots you want taken, and also just get important things like timings. Another key thing I do is I always check your wedding venue. Now, some venues I've been to many times before, where things can always change, especially with the weather and the time of year, and sometimes things like gardens might have changed, the facilities might have changed, so I don't always assume it's going to be the same every time I go. So I always check a venue, even if it's one that I know. And ones that I don't know, well then I like to have a good look around and see all the best areas for photographs. And I also provide contingencies for different types of weather and things, so I'm never stumped. I always have backup plans and things if some things aren't suitable on the day. The other thing I do is actually have a plan for the photography on your wedding day. Now, my style is very candid and relaxed, but it's good to have just an idea of how the day is going to progress, so I'll know what types of shots to do at certain times of the day, and that's very important just to keep things flowing. Another thing I'll do as a photographer is put you at ease on your wedding day, especially during the photo shoot of the two of you. That's very much my signature style, so I don't like to force anything or have any kind of contrived poses and things. It's very much about being you. So I find a nice location and lighting and just really encourage you to be yourself and enjoy the moment. And couples really love this approach because they enjoy a little kind of quiet time away from all the busyness of the ceremony and things. I'll also be there to actually guide you through the day. So as a wedding photographer, actually probably, maybe apart from the videographer if you have one, I'm the only supplier who's going to be with you from the start right to the very end. Other people will be dropping in and out like hair and makeup in the morning and the band in the evening, but the photographer is the only one who's there with you the whole time. So it's my job to help guide you through the day. I'll know all the key moments to get. I'll have all your timings, so I know when meals are going to start and evening dances are going to start and all that sort of thing. So I'll just kind of gently guide you through all that, so you don't need to worry about timings, and I'll be there at all the right moments for you and just gently remind you of that during the day. Another thing I do is actually liaise with your wedding venue. So it's very important that ceremonies run in time, and it's also important that meals especially start in time. So I don't want to be holding back your meal and letting it get cold while we're out taking photographs. So I always liaise with them to know what they need from me, and also find out about timings and things. So I plan all that when I'm doing the photography, so things don't overrun or get delayed in any sort of way. So I'm always very sensitive to that. I also liaise with other suppliers, especially videographers. If I'm working with a videographer that I don't know, then it's very important that we can coordinate so that we don't get in each other's way, and that we're both getting the shots and the content that we both need. And then after the wedding, obviously I spend a lot of time editing your photos. It usually takes up a whole day. From all the images I initially shot, I will select all the best ones, and then I apply my own special editing style to those, maybe add a little bit of cropping and a few readjustments to them. And then you get the final complete images. And that takes about a whole day of work to do that. So it's a process I really love. And I'll also be with you after the wedding for any future requests. That can be actually putting together an album for you. Some couples order these in advance, but some come to me afterwards after they receive their images and say, can we have an album? And then there might be some other requests in the future for images and things. So I'm always on hand to help with those. Everything's always backed up. You get an online gallery of all your images. You'll have a USB of all your images, but everything is also backed up here in triplicate. So if you ever come back to me in a year or more's time for some help with images, or get some prints made up or an album, then I've got everything here. And I'm kind of your photographer for life, really, because I photographed your wedding, and I've got everything here if you ever need me.